A happy Tuesday to you all. Your world champions are back with another edition of Bells and Bells. I got Man Up and Joy here with me. Gentlemen, good evening to you all.
Good evening. How you feeling today?
Hey, man, I've been exhausted. I've been exhausted lately, man. So I had to take me a freaking power nap, you know. So yeah, and get ready for this, man. But it's all good. But you know, but it's like I couldn't wait for this. I couldn't wait long enough for this show, man. You know why?
What's that?
Because we are 149 days into the awesome title reign of Dominic Mysterio as Intercontinental Champion and the new AAA Mega Champion. I mean, he's a double champion, the king of the luchador, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He looks good with two belts, man. Don't you agree?
Do you want me to lie to you, or you want me to tell you the truth?
Dude, I'm just. I want you to just bask in the awesomeness of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I mean, Joy, I told the man this was going to happen.
You did do that. You did say this was going to happen, and there it has. There it has. He still can't sing and dance like the honky tonk man.
But the honky. Hey, now I can say, did the honky tonk man have two belts at one time?
No, but the Intercontinental title was a hell of a lot bigger deal when he had it.
Oh my God, Joey! You will not negate this moment, sir. I will not have that.
Anyway, I'm still holding the belt that I'm trying to give away here, y'all. So I'm glad for everybody that's watching tonight because we are giving away this belt here in less than a month.
Yes.
In less than a month, we're going to give away this thing right here. So we appreciate everybody watching and commenting because we are, writing down your entries here. We really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So stick with us, and we're going to give this thing away. This belt.
Absolutely. But yeah, man up. Yeah, I just want to reiterate one more time: a double champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So.
Yeah, that's not the only title reign we're celebrating here tonight.
No, it is not. We're the 198th day as AIWF Women's World Champion of our guest, Joey.
That's right. There's a great shot of her pinning somebody's shoulders to the mat right there and retaining her championship. So we're definitely celebrating her illustrious reign tonight. 198 days. That's pretty impressive, and it ain't stopping. So it's like,
so what you're telling me is Dominic is getting beat by a girl.
Oh,
gotcha.
Well, now hold on. Now don't say it like
that. I'm just saying. Dominic ain't all that, but I'm just saying.
But who is all that is our guest this evening. Yep. We're gonna bring her on as only Bells and Bells do. Just get you here. There you go. The AIWF Women's World Champion, Ava Brooks. Ava, good evening to you. Welcome to Bells and Bells, and we thank you for the time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are doing amazing. We've been waiting to get you on here and chat it up real quick. Before we dive in, man, I'm gonna say hi to everybody.
All righty. Nasha, how you feeling today? How you feeling? Welcome. Wrestling Bunkers. What's going on? What's going on, Nesha? Oh, head.
We got old head presence.
Uncle Ben. Wait a minute. I gotta hit you about the show, Ben. I gotta hit you about the show.
Oh crap.
Your house.
How you feeling? Generic. Give me a good distraction for the day. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Watch yourself there. Oh, shuck it now. All right, Mike. How you feeling today? How you feeling, Mike?
Mike, what's going on?
All righty. Welcome, Abel. How you doing? Welcome.
All right. Good stuff. I think we're caught up. We're definitely caught up. Joy, we've been in our group chat just been talking in anticipation for tonight. Yes.
Absolutely, and real quick before we get into this interview, we're going to talk a little bit about the AIWF for those who may not be completely familiar with what this is. This is a worldwide sanctioning body, professional wrestling organization, the Allied Independent Wrestling Federations. 150 plus members in 52 countries.
Nice.
So the gravity of the championship that she holds, she is the women's world champion, recognized all over the world by that many different, for over 150 member promotions.
Nice.
So it's a big deal when you think about that. She's recognized. I've been talking to the promoters, and the wrestlers and different people part of the organization overseas, and how much the organization, the AIWF, means to, the countries and continents that it's represented on is it's really impressive, and so I guess it's what makes this all the more amazing that our guest tonight, at only 19 years old, is the reigning women's world champion, as recognized by that many different organizations, that many countries. Huge accomplishment to be, this young and have accomplished so much so fast.
Yes.
But we got to start this thing way back at the beginning by starting to ask you, what's your first memory as a wrestling fan? What got you into wrestling in the first place?
So I kind of realized that I wanted to be a wrestler later in my life. Like my brother wants to be a wrestler, and he's probably known since he was 3 years old. I was probably like 14 or 15, and it started from me being in amateur wrestling and ended up breaking my hand getting ready for freestyle.
Wow.
In my time of recovery is when my family really started to go to independent shows, and I feel like I got more into the independent scene before I really started watching WWE. Now, WWE was on in my house growing up, so it wasn't like I didn't know what it was. I was around it, I just didn't care for it as much, I guess.
Okay.
But even me and my sister, we had a couple action figures. We had the Rey Mysterio, all red. That's the main one that I can remember, and it's probably in this house somewhere. Don't know where.
Love it.
But it's somewhere. Within my brother's hundreds of figures. But yeah, so I was recovering. We went to a IWC show up here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was watching Katie Arquette wrestle. I tunnel vision, loved everything about it. She made me fall in love with the sport so much. And I'm so glad that I get to call her a mentor and a friend now, and that I got to have my very first match on the show with her on my 18th birthday. So it was a full circle moment for me. Started training at 16 years old, so I was a junior in high school. Graduated, went through college already doing this. I graduate my college program tomorrow. So
wow.
It's just been a constant circle, and I have bookings now from the rest of the year every Saturday. So super busy, but I absolutely love what I do. So it's worth every moment of it. And wouldn't say that I would love to re-break my hand, but if that's what I would have to do to have my wrestling journey in another life, that's what I would do.
Nice, like it. All right. So after you graduating college and you getting going, tell us how you felt when you took your first bump.
Okay.
Sore. Immediately sore. I've been an athlete my whole life. I did soccer, volleyball. I did basketball for 8 years. That's what I really thought I was going to do for my life. And then high school politics and stuff like that kind of just took that love away from me, unfortunately. But twirling, did all of it, kickboxing, MMA, regular boxing,
Wow.
and the amateur wrestling. So I've always been a very competitive person, and I've been an athlete literally my entire life. I think first grade was when I started playing soccer. So it was nice to find something new, but also it hurts so fucking bad. Like I hit the mat and I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? But I kept going back and I kept showing up, and I was like, here I am 3 years later already, and I'm just like, this is it. I'm stuck. There's no stopping now.
No, yeah. I was going to say for you, which was it? Because usually everybody either beats the elbows up or the back of their head or something up at first too.
It
So
was
or
definitely my elbows.
okay, yeah. It's one of the two. It's usually somebody they hit the back of their head, or you just do the elbows until you.
I still do it now. I
freaking-
swear, every time I leave training, my elbows are like they have rug burn on them. It looks like it's like it's so bad.
Wow, yeah. Jeez, yeah. You either wear the elbow pads or you don't, one or the other. But it's I know it's part of it too. They're bulky and stuff like that too. But it's not the most comfortable feeling in the world in general. But tell, how did the conversation start about you training to be a pro wrestler?
So most of the schools around here won't even look at you until you're 16. So wanting to start at 15, they're like, come see us in like a year. But I still had to find a school that was close-ish to me. So I was still in high school, and my parents were like, education comes first, 100%. If your grades start to slip, wrestling will go away. No doubt about it. And my trainers had the same mindset. They were like, always have a plan B, go to school, get your education. I have been to 3 different training schools. 2 I go back and forth with only because of the way that my schedule is now, because I have officially started my medical assisting job. So my home training is 2.5 hours away from me one way. So doing that on top of like a 7:30 to 5:30 job isn't very ideal.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a school closer to me that's actually in the same town as my job, and I go out there with those guys, and that's how I keep my body up. Granted, there's probably people that are like, well, she wrestles every weekend, so you would think, but if I don't go to training for a significant amount of time, like all of August, I was still wrestling on shows on the weekend, but I was sick the entire month, and I actually felt so horrible. But I didn't want to not go to shows. I ended up canceling my very last one of the month just because the weekend before I ended up getting hurt because I wrestled twice in one night, and I was just like so burnt out. But I just completely, guys, I'm gonna be so honest, I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
I was like, wait, where was I even going with this?
Hey, we do that every day on here. We do that all the time.
Let me caveat with you 16 years old training or whatnot. Talk to us about any if any challenges that you had during that time frame juggling both.
Yeah, so my senior year was probably the hardest for me because I was very close to debuting. I was also very close to graduating, but my grades were slipping because all I wanted to do was wrestle. That was all I was focused on.
Oh, you were laser focused.
I also had like, they call it senioritis on top of it, and I was like, I was so over school. I didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'm gonna be a wrestler anyway. I don't know why I have to do this, but
yes.
But I was my GPA dropped so low, and then at that point I got so scared because my biggest fear growing up was like failing a grade. Like I was like, I cannot do it. I don't know how people do it. Like 6 times is like a bit excessive, but like even once. I don't know how people do it because that would make me absolutely crazy knowing that I'm like not behind. Everyone learns differently, but like for me, I would feel behind and I can't do that.
Yeah.
So whenever I realized how low I had let my GPA drop, and I knew I was still going to pass, but like my options for college were going to be limited, I was like, damn. Luckily, I was able to find a program that accepted me. And at that point, like my GPA didn't drop in college below a 3.7. So at that point, like everyone knew that it was just that I wasn't applying myself. It wasn't that I wasn't getting it. I literally did not want to do it. I did not see any point.
Yeah.
I was over it. I was like, I'm never going to go back to school anyway. And now here I am. I'm graduating tomorrow and I have to give a speech.
I love it.
Nice. What? So you're gonna take that belt with you when you give your speech?
I would, but I'm so afraid of people like trying to take my belt.
Yeah.
Because I'm like it's technically like not mine. So I'm like, what happens? And like, granted, I know the people in my class, but there's other programs that are all graduating together, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know those other people.
Yeah.
Like my classmates have already seen my belt. I've taken it. Even my orthopedic office has seen my belt because one of our surgeons is like obsessed with the fact that I'm a professional wrestler, and he was like, "I need to see this belt," and I was like, "Okay." So I'm trying to get him to like make a belt for our company so that employee of the month can like take a picture with it. I feel like that would be so cool, and everyone's on board with it. I just have to get him to make it. I'm like, just do it.
We know some people. If we want folks to make that happen, I mean, we know a couple guys. Matt Class is one of them, right, Joey?
Yeah. So that would be the problem if the belt disappeared. Then Matt's gonna be like, "Where the hell's the belt?"
Literally.
It's like, and he loves to get belts made, but I don't think he'd be happy about having to replace one now.
Absolutely.
He's got a lot of belts out there. There's a lot.
I don't think
He's got a lot of AIWF belts he's got to juggle and keep. Like, but I get what you're saying. It's that's pretty incredible. So you did you make your debut right after graduating, or?
So in Pennsylvania you can't debut until you're 18 years old. So I actually got to debut on my 18th birthday. It was like 6 days after I graduated high school I got to make my debut.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. And who did you debut against?
I debuted against Katie Arquette.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, tell us too. Like, so you start out with there. That's your. I know we were talking about your home promotion and stuff like that. Are you still working for the home promotion now?
So the company I debuted for was kind of like it's ran by Marshall Gambino. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but he was mentoring me in between the time of me leaving my first training school to debuting. So I went like 3 months before my debut without a training school at all, and I was just training with guys before shows. Anyone that would get into the ring with me and teach me anything, I was in there. I had my basics. I knew my basic match structure, so like I was good to have my debut, but I wanted to work on things and clean things up. And he allowed me to debut at 2PW, which they just came back. I think in August they had their first show back, and I think they had like the biggest crowd that they've ever had from almost not a full year break, but almost a year break. And then so my home promotion is Rise in Uniontown. I do still wrestle for them, not as much as I used to because they're kind of like revamping things, and I've also got booked other places. And my trainers are very big on go out there. We don't want you to be stuck with us forever. So go make that name for yourself if you have the opportunity. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I think I have like 2 dates with my home promotion left for the rest of the year. But yeah.
Wow. And how did you get on the AIWF radar and start working with them?
So I debuted for a company called Nickel City Wrestling in New York in October of last year. and
Yeah.
I met a guy named Nick Russo who started working kind of with Classic on trying. He kind of took over the women's division, and they had the belt on Clara Carter, and not much was really being done with it, and that was nobody's fault. They just were kind of struggling with it.
Sure.
So Classic was kind of like, hey, like we got to figure something out. Nick was like, let me make this call. I think I have a girl that could work. And I am so grateful for that opportunity that I was able to get the belt when I did, because it has done so much. Even with like, the belt wasn't really known whenever I got it. So like the whole point was young up and coming star that they saw. I was building a platform for myself on social media already. Let's get her to push the belt, get as many eyes on it as possible. So that's what I've been working on doing, taking it literally everywhere with me. And as much as I love the fact that I got it and I've had it for almost 200 days now,
Yeah.
I kind of sit back and I think, what would have happened if I didn't get it then? What if it would have waited like until I hit my year mark? You know what I mean? Because I honestly felt bad going in and being like, they're like, okay, this is the plan, and then I end up with the belt and I'm not even a year in yet. And in my head, I'm like, do I really deserve this right now?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I saw you talking about double champions at the very beginning of this. I just won my second belt 3 days ago up in New York, so I'm also a double champion.
I love that. Oh, okay. Okay.
I've only had my second belt for 3 days, so he has me beat as being a double champion for like 1 day.
Okay.
But so my reaction whenever I won that belt, like I cried. I had emotion towards it because I felt like I had been working towards that belt for so long. One, it wasn't that far away from me. North Carolina was, I think, 6 or 8 hours. I can't remember which, to go down one way. I knew nobody there other than the people from New York that had gone down that I'd already known. So in that match, it was kind of just like, okay, I've got this. The one I got on Saturday, I was able to trick my mom into thinking that I wasn't getting it. So I was able to get a reaction from her. So there was more of like I felt like I've been on shows for over a year. I've literally been busting my ass. I've been traveling anywhere. I do not say no. Somebody messages me, as long as I can make it work travel wise, and my parents are good because my dad works like during the day and stuff. As long as everyone can work, so I travel with my family, I'm going. I hardly ever say no unless I already have a booking somewhere. Right. And a lot of people are like, Ava, some of these promotions, they're a little like iffy. Why are you going? Because of these iffy promotions are the reason why I'm literally booked every Saturday. And I feel like sometimes people aren't realizing that I am only like, how many months have you been teaching? For a year and 3 months into my career. At this point, it's kind of just getting your name out there, getting reps in the ring. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I feel like the belt being put on me so early, some people look at it as not that I'm above these like smaller promotions, but they're like, why you don't have to, so why are you doing it? But I'm simply just trying to get my ring time, get experience, all the experience I can, travel as much as I can while I'm young and while I have the ability to. And I'm so lucky that my job is accommodating to my wrestling schedule also, so I can work a full-time schedule and still take off when I need to travel for wrestling. It's been a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you said that, like, getting the reps and whatnot. because I'm sure you have seen it, and we've seen it as well. Like as soon as you reach your milestone, complacency kicks in, lackadaisicalness kicks in, and whatnot, and you constantly looking ways to improve whatnot. Being thrusted into this into the position that you have been, whatnot. Have you noticed the ladies that you step into the ring with, that you see them try to step their game up as well, knowing that they're going into the ring with you? What are you seeing on that front?
So I've gotten the opportunity to, even though I'm like very new
Right.
into the business myself, I've had the opportunity to work with people who are even newer into their career and kind of like walk them through the process, which has been super cool. And I love that I've had these opportunities, and I still learn from those matches as well.
Right.
I feel like it kind of just depends on the person, because a lot of people, like if I'm with somebody who's way more experienced than me, I love that because I can learn, like they have so much knowledge. And then whenever I have matches with somebody who's like not as experienced as me, I can take that knowledge and I can pass it on to them. And it's just like this train that keeps giving.
Yeah.
So I feel like the newer girls, I feel so weird saying that because like I'm so new myself, but I feel like they do step it up. Some of them are kind of like, I don't know. It's weird to explain.
Right.
I haven't had somebody that I'm like, I will never work again. I haven't had that.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like it's just the trend that keeps giving.
The reason I asked that was not because normally the trends that we have seen is that a lot of the ladies tend to work with a couple of people and just rotate right there instead of branching out. You are actively looking to go out there, different promotions, different girls, different promotion, different girl, not sticking to just one, because like there's only so much that you can learn wrestling the same people all the time.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are shocked. I think a lot of probably, like you're talking about, a lot of people are asking you, why would you go travel here and work for this promotion or whatever? Because I think a lot of people in the business, they stay in their hometown. They want to wrestle in the same company and never go anywhere. And I think it's sometimes it's a little hidden jealousy that you're getting out there. You're brave enough to drive 8 hours to another state and go wrestle in a building you've never seen against people you may have never met or have heard about through other people's stuff like that. And it's all part of the process. You've built your social media. You're building the AIWF Women's World Championship while it's also getting seen out there by all these people and stuff like that. So it really puts you on the map. And you may have only been in the business 15 months, but the fact that you're wrestling so many times a month, there's also that factor of you got people that have been in 3 years, but if they're only wrestling once, maybe twice a month, that's not the same.
It's not.
Yeah.
So
definitely getting in those reps. And I had a freaking thought. See, it happens to me too, Ava. See, I was going to piggyback on something that you said. But yeah, just that quick.
I got one for you now. Now that you say, okay, what is it about traveling to other places to get? Okay, all right. Well, go ahead.
Okay, while I got, I'm sorry. While in my head, like, well, where's your home promotion? You're pretty much familiar with who the ones who regularly come out, whatnot. Being able to get on the road and work in front of these different crowds, the unknown of you not knowing how they going to receive you, to how the match itself is going to go. and whatnot. So all those different variables, every single time you work, so whatnot. So those are levels of growth that a lot of folks don't get this quickly. Whatnot. So it's definitely not something that can be overlooked, because that is some invaluable experience and just that that a lot of folks, it takes them years to get that.
So I actually had this show I had 3 days ago up at UPW.
Okay.
It was a triple threat match. It was me versus Deja Vu, which she used to be their UPW Women's Champion, and then Amazing Maria, who works with OVW, stuff like that. She beat her. Yeah, so she beat her. She was the women's champ, and then scheduling issues, they took it off of her, and they made this triple threat match that we had for the title, and also Carter Kaufman was involved in the match. So I come out, I'm walking, nothing, no noise, no one's booing, no one's cheering. I'm like, come on, guys. So whenever I go like this, they'll start cheering, and I'm like, damn, okay. So my entire time, I'm like, luckily I came in as a face. I was using my very face offense. I was flipping and flying all over the place.
Nice.
And it perceived well, thank gosh, because I was so scared, because I know how this is ending, and I'm like, what happens if they hit 3 and there's just nothing, or I just get booed out of the building? And I was like, if I get booed out of the building, I'm just turning heel. Like, I'm going to shoot on everybody, talking about everybody's mom, talking about everyone's dog. I don't care. Whatever it is, that baby in the front row, get it out of here. I didn't care. But luckily, I was able to get that crowd from literally nobody knowing who I was to having almost the entire place cheering for me at the end. And it was my debut for the company. Like, that match was so rewarding to me. Plus, like, my main coach, Glenn Spector, was able to help agent that match.
Okay.
And we came to the back, and he was like, Ava, that's one of the best matches I've ever seen you in. And I was like,
yeah.
I love that.
I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so honestly, if I would have stayed at my home promotion and I wouldn't have gone, I would have had no idea what to do, because being that it was my home promotion, they automatically cheer for me because they know who I am. And a lot of them are actually friends outside of wrestling. So it's just.
Yeah. I want to caveat going back to what the mindset that you had there. She said, if they booed, I'm instantly turning heel. There is a lot of people, there are a lot of wrestlers out there who wouldn't care. They're like, hey, I'm the face. I gotta stick here. I gotta stick here. You were ready to pivot if necessary. There's wisdom of beyond your years, because it sometimes it takes folks years to even figure that part out.
And the thing is even if I'm out there and I'm like, okay, they obviously don't like me, and I turn heel for the time being, whatever, there's always a way to fix something. There's always a way. If we go to the back and they're like, hey, like, we need you to be face, I'm like, okay, we can fix it with like a promo or something, I guess. I'll apologize to the baby. But like, like, it's easily fixable, but you have to be able to adjust to that crowd. And if not, they're not gonna be able to connect with you, they're not gonna be able to relate with you, and you're just gonna look like you have no personality at all. You're gonna look like a robot.
Because obviously it's hard to be a baby face than it is to be a heel. So if you can get them as a baby face, you definitely get them as a heel. So, but whatnot. So but the challenge is there, like how do I get these folks invested in me? They never met me before. How do I get them invested into me and cheering me on and throughout this match? So yeah, absolutely.
But the very fact that you went into this town and got over It's got to feel good because if you could do it there, you could do it again in the next,
Yeah.
in another town and stuff like that. You know how to. You can get over. You get over once like that. You can get over anywhere, and that's awesome. That's really awesome. I just saw a comment out there. They want to know if you have the belts with you.
If I have it, okay. So guys, I'm gonna be so for real. The UPW one. So the UPW, like our arena, I guess if you want to call it that, is actually their like training school. So to keep all the belts safe and make sure no one steals them, they stay there. My AIWF one is packed currently, because I'm going to California to defend it in literally 2 days. So I jump on a plane. I jump on a plane Thursday morning.
Okay.
Like we depart at like 10, I think, and I'm wrestling at a lucha libre kind of. Well, there's lucha libre at this event in downtown Santa Rosa, and I'm gonna go out and defend the belt and promote. So literally by the end of this weekend, I'll be coast to coast. I have another show out there on Saturday in Dixon for West Coast Pro.
Okay.
I'm super excited for that. That won't be for the belt.
Yeah.
Even if but so yeah, I'll get 2 shows out there. So it's currently packed away. I apologize. Usually I have it with me. But...
That's fair.
Hey, at least you prepared. At least you're ready to go. So
that's the only thing I packed. Nothing else is packed. And I'm like, I have so much to do tonight. I'm gonna have to wake up at like 6 tomorrow to get everything ready before I have to go to graduation. So I have to be there at like 3, and then it doesn't even start until 3.
But it's an opportunity in California, so like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta take it. All right.
Wow. So I guess another question for you would be, what are your next goals? Like, where obviously you're going to California. We talked about before the show about the AIWF and the possible international travel that could be upon you in the future as well, and things like that. What are some of your goals here in the next I guess little while?
So I want to wrestle in the UK before I'm 21. That is a big goal that I have for myself. I'd also say the same for Canada, but I'm going to Canada at least twice before the end of the year. Those dates are already booked.
Wow.
So, and that won't be involving AIWF, but
still,
it's through networking and stuff like that. That is such a big thing in wrestling too. Is like you have to talk to people, and that's the whole reason that I get out. Is without leaving, I would not be going to California. I would not be going to Canada. I would not have the IWF belt. I wouldn't have the UPW belt. I would literally just be in this little tiny bubble when there's this much to go out and do. And one of like the first things that every single trainer that I've had has ever told me, other than making sure that I got my education, was not to stay in the 40-mile bubble.
Right.
So as soon as I heard that, I was going to New York to debut for Nickel City. And I was like, yeah, 40 miles, watch this. And I just went. Yeah. And I haven't stopped since. And I, again, love what I do. Definitely not complaining. But it's craziness. And at this point, with having shows every weekend, you had asked what my goals kind of are. At this point, I'm teaching myself to take it one step at a time, reminding myself to breathe, because I've been forgetting to do a lot of that lately. Okay. I'm just like going. And then by the time I have like a down period, I'm so like, my time management is not very good, given that I've not have anything packed for being gone for 4 days. But we will get it done. And then I end up doing things where I'll end up double booking myself, and then I feel so bad because I have to tell one promotion that I can't go. And like tonight, I did a podcast before I came on here. I had one at 7, and both of you guys were asking me for promo pics, and I remembered I had sent one, and then I had sent it to the other a couple days later, and I was like, wait, did I just email photos that I already sent? And then I was like, oh my god, they're on the same day. And I was like, I'm not rescheduling. So I'm like, I guess I'll just do 2 podcasts in a day.
Nice.
And then I
He's
did
in demand. I love it.
I did a promo for a show that I have at the end of the month in between the 2 podcasts. So it was just like crazy.
But it's good to be in demand. It's good to be in demand. So you're getting out there. I've been telling you what, I was like, we just been doing some interviews with some of the people from Memphis wrestling too, and I was like, we got to get you down there too. Yeah. Get you way down to Memphis and some of those areas. And EPW, which I found out is an AIWF member in North Mississippi down there in the same area. And I was like, man, we got to put them on to you too and get you down there sometime in the near future too as well. Yeah. So, and I'm sure they're looking to bring talent in. So I'm like, man, I think you're going to be on every end of this country and everywhere coming up anyway. So, California, Canada, like you said, that's hopefully down south in the future too. It's going to be awesome.
I love that we're catching you at the start of your journey, because it's definitely going up from here, because you're doing all this with just over 1 year in now. So I'm definitely eager to continue to follow on with this journey of yours. Absolutely. With that,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you have a desire potentially in the future to sign with a major company if the opportunity arose?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like, well, I can't say everybody, but I feel like a lot of people's main goal in wrestling is to get on TV and be under some sort of contract. And I know I want that for myself. I feel like that's the dream to do, that I could be on a contract and not have to work like a technically real. I mean, it's a real job, but like not a real job.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if I wouldn't get a contract, as long as I do as much as I can with the time that I have on the independents, I would be fine with that. I try not to like focus so much on trying to get a contract. That way, if it doesn't happen, I don't disappoint myself, because I am a perfectionist, and if it doesn't happen, I don't want to be like, damn. So as long as I do the most I can with the time that I'm given, then I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, and the fact that you come in with the mindset that of continuing to learn, with each and every booking or whatnot, and putting yourself in those positions to getting better, whatnot. Like you said, you putting yourself out there in all these different spots and whatnot. Eyes will continue. Eyes will see you, and everything else will work itself out.
Yeah,
I truly believe that.
Yep.
There's a question out there too. Nesh asked a question like an even further future in 5 years.
Yeah.
In 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Wait, who was that? It was Elmo. He's like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do the next 5 minutes. That's what I feel like my life is. So, 5 years, I would. Let's see. One of my biggest goals is to wrestle in all 50 states.
Sure.
I don't know how many I'm at now. Last time I checked, I think it was 11.
Okay.
For 15 months in the business, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And you're back in California.
Exactly.
I can't remember if that's counting California or not. I can't remember the last time I counted. But I want to wrestle in all 50 states. If I could do that in 5 years, I feel like that would be pretty freaking sick. And then, I mean, after that, I would love, I said about doing the stuff in the UK. That's within 5 years. I'd love to do a Europe tour.
Sure.
So yeah, I have a couple things that I'm hoping I can make happen, but everything will fall into place if it's meant to happen. So I'm kind of just
Have you checked off Texas yet? Because I'm here. I'm trying to keep my eye on the independent scene here in Texas. Texas.
I just followed a promotion today called Hybrid in San Antonio. So I was gonna message them and see about 2026 possibly.
Okay. All right. Nice. Hybrid. If that happens, you will see me in the crowd. You will see me in the crowd. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We got 15 minutes to go. Show. I think we're ready for some word up there, Joey.
All right.
All right, Ava. So we're gonna play a little bit of word up. I'm gonna flash something up on the screen. First thing that comes to mind. Okay.
Oh gosh, I suck at this game. I'm always like
Some of this you already talked about whatnot, but so I may have to pivot it just a little bit. All right, so the first one I have is worst injury. You did mention the hand. So
yeah.
outside of the hand, has there been any other injury?
So I was doing a flying armbar type thing, which I probably should not have been doing. It did not work, if anyone was wondering. And the guy's head smacked the inside of my leg, and I got the biggest hematoma ever. It hurt so bad. I literally thought I broke my leg. I didn't. We just had to roll it out with ice. My ortho doctor, he was like, I mean, we could like drain it, and I was like, I'll take the ice roller. Thank you. Get that needle away from me.
Oh, we scared of needles, are we?
So I wouldn't say I'm afraid of needles, only because like I've given injections and I'm okay with like getting my blood drawn, but like I've seen how big these needles are. Like I work with them every day now, and I'm like, absolutely not. Get it away from me.
Okay. All right. Back here. Stiffest opponent.
Okay. This is between two. Only because I had the opportunity to wrestle Jody Threat in a triple threat and Masha Slamovich in a steel cage triple threat. So I remember one kick that Jody gave me, I was like, oh! I thought that I wasn't gonna be able to breathe. And she was like, sorry, kid. And then whenever I was in the steel cage with Masha, she was doing a kick and she toe kicked me right in the sternum. She didn't realize that she was off until it was too late. And yeah, that fucking sucked. So I also had like a bruise. I had a couple bruised ribs after that match. So I'll say probably Masha. She killed me. I would do it again. I was
of course. I mean, yeah, it's a badge of honor at this point, right?
Yeah,
exactly. All right. You made a mention of some advice you had earlier. Some more advice that you received.
Best advice I received probably so like there's just as much negativity in wrestling as there is positivity. And whenever I won the first belt, I was faced with a lot of negative because of how young I was. I wasn't even in my career, blah, 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 whole spiel. And I had to learn that, like, this is going to sound so corny, but the haters, they honestly don't matter because most of them are keyboard warriors that have probably never touched grass in their life. And the ones that are in the business are usually the 40-milers that have never left. So don't listen to them because they don't matter.
There you go. Good myself. Sometimes you gotta be able to block out that unwanted noise. You know. Mm-hmm. All right. Biggest rival.
Probably okay. I would say Zandra Lee. She's up at Northland Wrestling, which is actually the company in Canada that I'm going to. We face and we're involved with each other a lot at Nickel City before I left the company. And I'm hoping that we can continue that rivalry up in Canada because she, even though is my biggest rival, I love working with her.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
She always makes me step it up.
Awesome. How does crowd you wrestled in front of?
So I just wrestled at Colossal Con in the Poconos up here, and there was like 300 to 400 people in this little tiny room, and I was a heel, and I was being cheered. It was in another triple threat. I feel like a lot of my matches are triple threat matches, to be honest, but
Okay.
it was so much fun. Yeah, I ended up getting cheered as a heel.
Wow.
I got like the biggest props. I just kind of went out, did what I did, and called some people weird. But it was an anime convention, so I was like, I'm a heel. I'm the only one in this match not dressed up as something. I'm like, I'm golden. I am golden. So, but yeah, that was super fun. That was definitely, I think that was actually the biggest crowd I've ever wrestled in front of. And I was super nervous to go out, but like once I was out there, I was totally fine.
Absolutely. In your zone at that point, right?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Favorite weapon?
You know, I was part of a 2 out of 3 falls with increasing stipulations for my belt like a couple months ago. And I just realized I didn't use any of the weapons in that match. I just got hit with them.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I was supposed to put her through a table with a power bomb, but there was like an interference and the table kept moving, and I said, yo, this table is gonna break. I can feel it. And then I just moved the table and I picked her up and I just power bombed her anyway. But yeah, I didn't get to actually use it. So I'll just say a steel cage, because I mean I threw people in the cage.
Okay.
Whenever I was in it, and I think in November I'll be in another steel cage match. So I'm just gonna say steel cage. And so
yeah,
all right.
Using a steel cage as a weapon, I freaking love it.
I'll just pick it up and throw it out.
Favorite match?
I wrestled a girl named Spike at up in Connecticut. She just went back over to Japan actually to do like another little tour type thing. I absolutely loved working with her. Like, I don't know what it was. Everything just like we had like 2 little hiccups in the match, but they were covered. It was fine. It looked funny, not like a mess up. But yeah, I absolutely loved working with her, and that was for my title as well.
Okay. All right. Longest road trip?
So as of currently, my longest road trip would have been to South Carolina. I did that in May. I faced Mila Johnson for the belt again, and it was like 10 hours. So I'm not going to consider California
you're
a
flying.
road trip because I'm flying, but at the end of October, I'm going to a state fair in Tennessee, and that's 12 hours one way. So that'll be the longest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, 12 hours. Wow. Nice.
Put those miles in.
Get them miles in, absolutely.
Tennessee, too.
Greatest tag team. Who comes to mind?
Greatest tag team.
Ooh, putting her on the spot. I love it. I love it.
You know, I actually, even though they're not like an official tag team, I really like this whole thing with Seth and Becky. I think it's hilarious how she just keeps throwing a fit, and he has to like calm her down, but also ends up throwing his own fit. Like that is just so funny to me.
Okay, good deal. All right. Of course, the most argued discussion out there. The GOAT. Who comes to mind when you hear the GOAT?
Oh, John Cena. I've watched so much John Cena this year, and not because of his retirement tour. So actually, I was right before he announced it. I really started like rooting for him, and then he announced his retirement tour, and I was like, really? As soon as I start becoming a fan, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm gonna be so sad whenever he retires.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't see him.
Okay, good deal. And a lot of our guests has been asking this question as well. Oh, well, you say that, and that's just like the biggest John Cena fan ever. So there you go.
Your Jobber disagrees with who the GOAT is. If you see that right there, you said
I saw that
Joe
Montana.
Montana.
Whole different sport there, Jobber. But okay, I see.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. If you know,
What is it? Oh yeah. What about
but,
Mike N and his question?
Let me get
Okay.
that. Let me get that. A lot of folks have had this question, so we're gonna finish up with this one. Your dream match, if you had your choice, who would you have your dream match with?
AJ Lee. I feel like we're kind of built similar.
Okay.
I see similar. Well, I can't say I see similarities in the way that I move in the ring like her because I watched her a lot, just like I've watched Liv and Raquel, and I feel like the three of them are kind of in this like we all kind of move the same. So I would love to get the chance to wrestle AJ Lee. Would that happen? I don't know how long she's going to be around with this whole storyline with CM Punk. But if the opportunity would present itself, I would jump on it immediately.
Absolutely.
Nice.
All right. And you made it through Word Up. Congratulations. you did great. Oh, as we're coming up to the top of the hour again, we definitely thank you for coming on and giving the time. You're a busy lady now, and you made time for a little us, so we definitely appreciate it. How do folks follow along with your journey?
You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram, official Ava Brooks. You can also, I have one like page on Facebook. There was like a fake one going around where people were trying to like send friend requests. That is not me. It's only a fan page. It's only you can only like it. There's no me following you, whatever. Unless you also have a like page. But mine has like it's 31,000 followers. That's how you know it's me. The only one, so that's legit one. And then we just came up with a merch store because a lot of the issues I've been coming in with is I'm traveling a lot, but a lot of people won't buy merch the first time they see you. So they're like, will they come back? So, or the people that they're like, hey, when are you going to come back to da-da-da? Girl, I don't know. I wish I could.
If you sneeze, you're gonna miss
it. So we made this merch store. So if fans want to get something, I will say everything that's on that store we personally have and we ship out. So if you want something signed, all 8x10s and stuff like that immediately come signed. You don't have to do anything special for that. It's not an additional charge. It just automatically comes signed. Just clearing up some stuff with that. I'll be adding that link to a link tree that I have both in Instagram and the Facebook very soon. I just have to remember to do that and then put it on my checklist with the other 10 million things I have to do tonight.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I have a Twitter. I don't really use it. I low-key forget that that's even an app on my phone sometimes.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Totally get it.
And that's also officially the Brooks. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok are my main three. So.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And that way they can stay. Go ahead.
I have a YouTube as well.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm gonna start filming stuff. I'm telling myself I'm going to film a vlog for this California trip. I'm going to do it.
That'd be awesome.
There you go.
I'm going to do it. I have a video that I posted a couple of weeks ago or a month ago at this point. I'm not really sure. but it was like I was talking about kind of my journey a little bit on there. I don't know if my Facebook's or my YouTube's official Ava Brooks or if it's just Ava Brooks, but it has a picture of me holding up the belt. There's like 23 subscribers on there. Go subscribe to it. Make me famous. I don't know.
You do the vlog. We're definitely going to be sharing that.
We're gonna share that. We're gonna get you a couple more subscribers. We're gonna get you there. You're gonna get you there. So yeah, just make the content and let everything else work itself out. Ava, again, thank you so much for joining us, giving us the time. We definitely appreciate it. We wish you nothing but success as you continue your journey in this crazy world of professional wrestling that we all love. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another edition here of Bells and Bells. We thank everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to us, go ahead and subscribe to it. Hit the like button on this video or whatever platform that you're watching on. You guys keep watching, and we're gonna keep bringing it to you. So for Man Up and Joey, I'm your boy Cedric D. We will see you guys here next week here on Bells and Belts.